due processes to make sure that systems are in place. But when the dust has settled, I will then get an opportunity to clear my name. I'm looking forward as well to appear before the ethics committee, because I did receive a correspondence from them, and I've also submitted my representation to the ethics committee.
Agriculture Minister John Steenhuisen says South Africa needs to build a nationally managed vaccine bank. He had been speaking at a foot-and-mouth disease in Durban in Pretoria. Steenhuisen says the country needs to deal differently with a viral disease that mainly affects cloven-hoofed animals. He has this to say.
I think that what we need to do is set very clearly demarcated regionalizations of units in South Africa that will ensure that when there are foot-and-mouth outbreaks in certain provinces, it doesn't shut down the entire system of export for the whole country. We have large parts of the country, the Northern Cape and the Western Cape, that don't have any foot-and-mouth outbreaks in them whatsoever, and yet they are not able to export to China and other markets because of the foot-and-mouth disease vaccine, foot-and-mouth outbreak that we have currently. And so what we're doing over the next 2 days is bringing together the department and industry, vets, scientists, researchers together, and for the first time to develop a national strategy and roadmap about how we're going to deal with foot and mouth. We can't continue to have these outbreaks that happen in various provinces. We need to have a national roadmap, and everybody, whether it's the private sector and the government, needs to know their role in it.
Finally, the Yemeni armed forces have launched a hypersonic ballistic missile against Israel's key airports in support of Palestinians during the occupying regime's brutal aggression in Gaza. Brigadier General Yahya Saree, Yemen's armed forces spokesperson, says in a statement today that a Palestine II hypersonic ballistic missile targeted Ben Gurion International Airport in the occupied territories in response to the crime of genocide perpetrated by the Zionist regime. Saree underlined that the military operation successfully achieved its goal, causing millions of usurping Zionists to flee to shelters and halting airport operations. Financial indicators ran to the dollar 17 rands 56, the euro 20 rands 53, and the British pound is 23 rands 67. Your weather at 20 degrees. A quick reminder of our top story. The suspect is wanted in connection with the attempted murder of 3 police officers has been killed in Durban. That's the news.
Plan your dream holiday with the specialist, World of Travel, as we pride ourselves in offering you the best in Hajj and Umrah. We also offer travel packages to the Middle East, Far East, and many more exotic destinations. Call our professional travel consultants now on 031 20 888 77 or view our website www.worldoftravel.co.za. Visit us at 44 Crescent Street as memorable journeys begin with World of Travel by Irshad Malik.
As temperatures drop and winter grips the country, the less fortunate in South Africa are preparing for the harsh realities that this season brings. Africa Muslims Agency is distributing blankets, clothing, and other essentials to thousands across the country. Sponsor a winter pack for 320 Rand or a blanket for 160 Rand and spread warmth this winter. Africa Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
اللهم إنك ترى ما نزل بنا في غزة من الأحوال يا ذا الجلال والعزة يا ذا الجبروت والعزة. اللهم أعز أهل غزة، اللهم فرج عن أهل غزة، اللهم فرح أهل غزة، اللهم انصر أهل غزة، اللهم داو جريحهم، اللهم اشف مريضهم، اللهم اقبل شهيدهم، اللهم ارحم ميتهم، اللهم كفف جراحاتهم وبرد آلامهم، اللهم واجعل.
This segment is brought to you by Kenfield Auto, your RMI approved service and repair specialist. 236 Brickfield Road, Overport. Kenfield Auto.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. ربنا آمنا فاغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين.
Car won't start.
Can feel auto.
Noisy brakes.
Can feel auto.
Due for a service.
Can feel auto. Can feel auto. The answer to all your car problems. Your service and repair specialist for your VW, Audi, Suzuki, Toyota, or just about any vehicle. Kenfield Auto, your RMI and insurance approved workshop to handle them all. 236 Brickfield Road, Overport. Call us on 031 207 2399. Kenfield Auto.
Radio Ansar.
Every student can learn, just not on the same day or the same way. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. Education's purpose is to replace an empty mind with an opened one.
Join Sumaya Khan every Tuesdays between 7 and 8 p.m. for an educational evening exclusive to Radio Al-Ansar.
Your education is a dress rehearsal for a life that is yours to live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Veronika Slabert. I'm standing in for Sumaya, who unfortunately cannot be here tonight. So I hope to fill her seat as professionally and as well as what she does. And tonight the topic is about Ayurvedic medicine, which is a traditional Indian system of medicine that focuses on holistic healing and promoting balances between body, mind, and spirit. It emphasizes natural remedies, including herbs, diets, and lifestyle practices. And it works on maintaining and restoring health and well-being. With me tonight in the studio, I've got Peter Francis. Peter is a boffin, an absolute he just is mind-blowing with the information that he's throwing at me here just before the interview. So, Peter, welcome to the studio.
Good evening. Assalamu alaikum, and greetings to all of you listeners there. Thank you, Ms. Slabert, for having me here as a guest. I think we're meeting for the first time.
Yes. But you say you've been here lots of times. So
26, about 2.5 decades.
Yeah. So tell me about this. I've read up about it and the doshas and the holistic approaches. And it just sounds so interesting. I've never seen it this way.
Oh.
So tell us a little bit about this.
Okay. Now, you know my age. I'm 77.
Oh, wow. You don't look that. Sure. You're 21. There we go.
So that is a personification of the Ayurvedic medicine.
Mm.
Tell
me more. I want to look like you do when I'm your age.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I use you as an example in the situation, I would know your birth balance. I can tell all about you without examination from now.
Sure.
And you can sort of eat the food and smell the food and put on weight.
Oh, I know about that one. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that on air.
So that is your blue chip. It's a blue chip, belong to Veronika. There's one Veronika in the world, and that's you. So there's no duplication.
Sure.
So
lucky world.
Yeah, because your parents come from two different worlds and they come together and you're a product. So you carry strengths and weaknesses from both parents. And when we examine you, professionally, then we'll pick up a thing called a blue chip. Like the computer guy has a blue chip. Or the black box in
the body.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the airplane.
So tell us about that. What is the black box? What is the blue chip?
The blue chip is if I, give you bar graphs, then I can determine your bar graph from here, from this chair now. Your bar graph for water is the highest. So you'll retain water. Come summer, you'll feel, tightish and blown. Especially summertime, not so much in the winter, because the water retention is part of your blue chip.
Okay.
Right. And then your other aspects like heat and wind is in the lower category of the bar graphs.
Heat, body heat. Is that what
So
you
there's three basic elements. There's heat, water, and air.
Yes. So that's what I read.
Yeah, the three elements.
Mm.
So if one of the elements, say like the element of heat is very powerful in the dosha. Dosha is the balance, the birth balance.
Yes.
Then you'll be slim, like a Barbie doll.
Yeah.
You can eat as much as you want. And you won't put on weight.
That's so unfair. So how can some people do that and it doesn't happen?
Yeah, that's a blue chip. You can't. Now, if that's your blue chip, and if you have any other blue chip, you can't go back to the uterus and ask for an exchange.
Yeah.
You see,
but isn't it just an age thing? Because I used to be thin.
No,
I'm not so thin anymore.
No. You see, if you went back to your baby photograph, you would see a nice healthy baby.
Oh, okay.
Did you look at your baby photograph?
Yeah, no, I was okay. I was all right.
Yeah.
I was okay till about a couple of years ago. And then
Yeah. But then you see, as a female now, there's a lot of kind of hormone changes, and so you'd expect some kind of differences as you grow older. But you can maintain your blue chip if you want to. It depends on the lifestyle.
Okay.
That I know. I saw a topic here advertised before I came.
Yes.
Was about the devices and technology. And,
yes. Pros and cons of technology devices and the holistic development of our learners.
So my preamble to, if we'll be touching on the topic. So most children are born as awesome children.
Yes.
So what happens is that, admittedly, some children, because of the genetic patterns, they're born with strengths and weaknesses from the both parents. Say one of the parents was asthmatic, then one of the children are bound to be asthmatic because they're carrying the genes.
The heredity. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you.
So it's only lifestyle that is going to change that kind of genetic pattern.
It won't take it away, though.
No, it'll take it away.
Completely.
Ayurvedically, take it away completely.
So asthma can go away completely?
Go away completely. I've got patients. I've got a patient in DOT who was the head of department. His child was asthmatic with adult pumps. And he brought the patient to me, and in a year's time, we threw the pumps in the bin.
Sure.
And that child is perfect. He's a qualified engineer now.
Wow, fantastic.
No asthma. No record of the asthma.
Sure.
So it's lifestyle change. You were talking about my age. My age is, I look after the age in terms of the Ayurvedic principles. I know what to eat, what not to eat, when to eat, and so on. So this is what we teach in university as well. Unfortunately, the medical practitioners don't spend a lot of time in nutrition.
Would you have to go to a health specialist as such?
No. Unfortunately, that's modern medicine. Modern medicine is not made for you to live very healthily.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
So if you know your birth balance, your blue chip, then you'll understand that you can take certain things from modern medicine and certain things from natural medicine, and you can live a very good life. If you're a chronic sufferer for, say, blood pressure, and because your parent had blood pressure and it's handed down genetically, so we can tell you, like, eat grapefruit or eat walnuts and things like that, and eat, certain kind of foods. It'll bring down the pressure.
Cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper is basically an anti-inflammatory. So if you get chest congestion and, sinus conditions, then cayenne pepper with a little bit of ginger, hot water, and a piece of lemon is going to do magic for you.
Sure.
That is the value of cayenne pepper. So for every ailment, there is something that you can take as a supporting thing. But you can't rule off the fact that you must go for blood test. You must see your GP. He must give you a profile of who's Veronika is. So we can, give you a supporting kind of lifestyle for Veronika to take and live a life healthily.
According to that.
According to the birth balance. So, but you need to use it, with discretion.
No, absolutely. Oh, that's very interesting.
Very interesting because I don't know if you heard of Deepak Chopra.
No.
He was an endocrinologist.
Mm.
I met him personally in Durban.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave up his practice to do Ayurvedic medicine.
Sure. But you were saying that you stopped teaching to go into medical.
Yes, but there was reasons for that.
Mm.
I was in Mauritius with my entire family.
Mm.
And I was bitten by a stonefish.
Mm.
And on the stonefish, they give you time limit for living.
Oh.
Within an hour, you should die.
Mm.
At that stage, my wife had already studied natural medicine.
Mm.
So she thought they'll give me a serum and so on for but they didn't have the serum in stock.
Mm.
And there was no other option but for her to treat me.
Yeah.
So they were giving me morphine.
Sure.
So I had 3 doses of morphine for the pain, but nothing to cure the condition of the stonefish. So they were looking at the time, in terms of what time frame I've got for living.
Sure.
But with their treatment, and she executed reflexology at that time, and she took me off the danger zone.
Sure.
So when I survived that, I appeared in the front page of the
Now I
Sunday
bet you love her even more. Hey, I bet you do.
No, well, that is, having said that, I, thought I was in the wrong profession, and I gave up
teaching.
And I did about 120 schools here, teaching them how to stay healthy, the staff and students from high schools, plus the Department of Education, the Inspector Division. And then when I was absorbed in the university at UKZN, I was visiting all the universities about healthy lifestyle. So it's like this. You can't give Veronika a medication for illness and give 200 people the same medication because 200 people are not Veronika.
Yeah, and the adaptability is
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
So in Ayurvedic medicine, each person is an individual.
But we are anyhow.
Yeah, but now the medicine doesn't recognize that.
How sad.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's very homogeneous. What will give this person for a dreadful disease like COVID, we want to give the 2,000 people the same thing. But
True.
You see, some people who died, some people will survive. But the point is, Ayurvedic takes it in a step further, that they identify who is the person, and in the basis of the birth balance, they would administer certain foods, certain type of cures, etc. So if I take your example now, you come winter time and you get a chest infection, you're in deep waters because your blue chip is all about water.
Oh, okay.
You'll get chest, you'll get wheezy, you'll get a sinus condition, you'll get a blocked nose. It'll hit you badly.
I sort of tend to get sick at the end of every term when I'm exhausted and tired and the body is run down. Then I tend to, I haven't for a while, must be quite honest, but because I've been looking after myself.
Yeah.
But I have found that at the end of the term, I think I get sick. Then I think my body is just giving up on me. I just need a break.
No, you're young. You're young. You've got a long way to go. If you're still in the profession, you're young. I left the profession long ago,
Yeah.
And
I'm just saying with what you're saying there now. So the water, and then I want to ask you the fire. What is the fire? Is that the heat?
Heat. So let's say the mother was eating a lot of chicken and fish and seafoods in a pregnancy. So that's a lot of heat.
Oh.
A lot of heat. So we don't, nutritionists in this country and all these dietitians don't classify foods in terms of the heat balance and the water balance and the cold balance. Let's say you have a chesty condition and I give you pumpkin, then you're a good candidate for the ICU.
Really?
Yeah. Because the pumpkin's got a lot of cold. So it's going to aggravate your cold condition. It's going to increase your phlegm.
This is so interesting.
Potential.
Yeah.
That's the potential.
if you eat a lot of lychees in your pregnancy, your child is bound to have chest condition, bronchitis, asthma, emphysema, etc. Who gave the child the illness? It's the mother.
The mother.
Now, if that gynecologist or doctor knew a little bit of birth balances and so on, now that we introduce it in medical school, you can you have a knowledge.
Holistic medicine now. Yeah.
So you are treated differently. So that baby would become a product of what the mother was eating. So you are what you eat. So the baby will be what the mother was eating in the pregnancy. So the baby can be born with a wheeze and a chesty condition because she went to town with the lychees. And lychees is nutritionally cold.
My word.
Right? So if you got a lot of heat in your body, you should be eating foods that are generally cold.
Something that I read there with your food, mixing your food and matching food, one of the things I thought, which I love, is yogurt and cereal,
Yeah, but you see now, in your case, yogurt is a dairy product. And if you have any sinuses and phlegm condition and so on, that is your enemy at that stage.
Yeah.
So the food is there for the take. But with the knowledge of Ayurveda, you should have the knowledge as to what you should choose. There's choices to make.
So where would people be able to get this information from?
You can Google it as well, but
and read up on
read on it, because Google has come on board as a device where you can pick up lots of information. One of the benefits of this technology is that you can access information. You
say now it's part of the medical, is it part of the medical syllabus now as well?
It's an elective. Yeah.
So it's a module of it.
It's a module, so you can choose from reflexology, Ayurvedic medicine, and phytotherapy, reflexology, and so on. You can choose any one of them as an elective from the curriculum. And we've got respective people, in the experts who do those things.
So is this in every single university?
Unfortunately not. It depends on the dean.
Okay.
It depends on the dean. So when the takeover of education came about and they put different people now in charge. So what they did is, let's say, an example now, if there was a vice chancellor in the university who came about with background with African medicine. So what he'll do, he'll increase the weighting of African medicine rather than Ayurvedic medicine.
Okay. We're going to come back on this topic now. This is so interesting. Just for a short break. Listeners, we'll see you just now. Hear you just now.
Experience Giyadwi Sharif in Baghdad and a full Iraq Ziyarat tour with Show Mirage Travel, 28th September to October 9th, 2025. Visit Baghdad, Kazimain, Karbala, Najaf, Kufa, and more with a Cairo stopover. Return flights, visa, insurance, hotels, and transfers included. Personally escorted by Ridwan Ismail from 41,786 per person. Call 031-208-4222 or email ridwan@miragetravel.co.za. Show Mirage Travel. We take you there.
Welcome to Simplex Radio. Visit our showroom for the full range of car audio. Our TV department carries top brands with quality LED panels, full HD to Ultra HD, and now the experience of Super Ultra HD. Visit our theater rooms and transform your home with brands like Onkyo, Integra, Denon, Boston Acoustics, Yamaha, and more for quality audio visual experience. Now available, full range of home appliances. A one-stop shopping experience. Call 031-306-4029 or Kenilworth Park, 202 Brickfield Road, Overport. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
Your health is your wealth, and we are here to help you protect it. The Al Ansar Outreach, in collaboration with IMA Baitul Noor Clinics, invites you to a free medical screening day, a wellness support program dedicated to uplift and caring for our communities. Join us on Tuesday, the 29th of July, 2025 from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Al Ansar Hall, 189 West Road, Overport. Come through for free health screenings, valuable wellness advice, and the opportunity to take proactive steps towards better health, all at no cost to you. Together, let's build a healthier, happier, stronger community. To register, call 031 208 1601 or visit www.alansargroup.co.za. Reflect, care, heal. We'll see you there.
Get ready for an evening of inspiration and impact. Join Islamic Lifestyle Solutions for their annual fundraising dinner, Dawah Dimensions, featuring a powerful book launch, Divine Calling, How God Addresses Humankind in the Quran, and spiritually uplifting Qira and Qasaid Uddaf by Sheikh Noor Aswad. Plus, exciting prize giveaways, including a free Umrah ticket and a 7-course meal. Friday, 15th August 2025 at NNJ Islamic Center, 6 p.m. Tickets only 250 Rand, no reserved seating. Don't miss out. Book now.
Radio Al Ansar, 24/7, 365.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have Peter Francis with me, and we are talking about the topic of Ayurvedic. And now, the previous section, now the first half of this interview, I focused a lot on the actual interesting aspects of the body and food and stuff. I'd like now to go back now to our actual topic. We sort of diverted from this because this is so interesting. The pros and cons of technology devices on holistic development of our learners. We all know that learners are stuck to their social media and their little devices. How do we stop that?
We don't stop it because you must realize change is not static. Change is a permanent phenomena. You and I came from the analog period. We saw the computers, etc., and now we're now on the digital age. The change is there, and it's going to stay, and it's going to get more, complicated and more technological. Now we need to embrace the change, but the emphasis here is excessive use of technology.
True.
We need to use technology because the whole world is on that kind of move. But you would see now children are got devices from morn till dusk. If it's a holiday period, they're not in the open, they're not in the parks, they're not swimming, they're not in playing physically. So what we're doing to those children, are we stunting their growth in terms of the blood circulation? They're sitting at one place. They've got a device from morn till night. There's no parental control. This is the seriousness of the device. The device itself is not harmful. It's like road accidents take place, but if you stand in the middle of the road, you're bound to die. That is like suicidal. Now, what we're doing to children now, we are not controlling these devices.
The time spent on this.
I've read a child came from one of the countries in the Middle East now. They use these devices very extensively. And this child was in grade 3, and one of the maths teachers asked him, how are you doing in maths? He said, he's fine, he's doing very well. And the tutor asked him, what is 7 plus 4?
Couldn't answer.
He said, I'll let you know just now. He takes out his cell phone and he does the cell phone thing, and he can 11. And he's 9 years old.
Yeah, true.
So what the device has done to him, it has stunted his mental capacity. You see, you never give him a mental growth. There's no vertical growth in mental capacity. So the device is there. It's useful. You can learn lots of things. I've got a 6-year-old. I whet his appetite on the Titanic. He can tell you everything about the Titanic now. Who was the captain? What's the captain's dog's name, etc. Because he went and Googled it. So excessive knowledge and, widening your knowledge about a topic, the devices serve the purpose. But the excessive use, I must emphasize, the excessive use that we are presently seeing. You go to a restaurant, a family get together, you'll see the children with all the devices.
Very true. But isn't that our fault because we give it to the children so that they behave?
Yeah, they no. It's a part of parental management. They're thinking that is a way to manage the children.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
give it to them and they keep quiet.
That's it. Yeah.
But we need to give parameters as to when you'll use it and how to use it, etc. It's a useful item. You know, you can't. We can't blame the item. It's like a motor car. You can't blame the car if you have an accident. The driver may be careless. Right? We're getting these air disasters and so on. It is one of the excessive uses of devices is a lack of sleep. People are not respecting sleeping time.
And it also interrupts you, the blue light and stuff.
The blue light, that's blue screen. Can affect you, and you can suffer from myopia, nearsightedness, etc. So this is now the excessive use. But if you use it, periodically, with discretion, it's not going to have these side effects. But the side effects now coming up with obesity, because children are sitting at one place, the blood circulation is affected, the sleep patterns are affected. They're going into the night 1, 2 o'clock with the devices into the bed and still looking at the devices. So what happens is mentally now you must know you get the serotonin and things like this. The production of serotonin is affected because serotonin it's a night hormone. It's produced when when you're going to sleep. It regulates sleep. Now, if you're interfering the sleep cycle, then you're not going to get your hormones to help you to sleep. You need to be very alert and awake.
So how do you fix that? What would you do?
Well, you have to be conscious of if you're having children, depending where they are at what level. Remember when we grew up, we had these encyclopedias where you could go and
page forever and ever.
Yes.
And ever.
Now you press a button and you know how to direct it, and you're going to get your information.
And now you've just flipped the finger. You still have the finger instead of paging. Now you're flipping.
You're flipping the thing, yeah.
Or the mouse, if you're on the computer. Yeah.
So you need to have a screensaver in some instances, where you can block the thing not to affect your eyesight extensively. But the emphasis is that discretionally used, it's a useful item. But the way we're seeing children grow up now, you can predict their illnesses as well.
I think there's no teacher that cannot but agree with you on that one.
Yeah, you see, so we need to replan education. In schools, some of the schools, tablets is a part of the curriculum now.
Yes, you've got to bring it in.
You bring it in.
Especially the private schools. Yeah.
Yes, especially the private schools.
So how do you replan that then?
You see, the private schools are paying an arm and a leg for their education. So the people that have the money, they can afford it, they send them there, and they have no control of the way the curriculum is structured because it's a private school. You don't have a say as what the curriculum. If it's a state school, you have a say. You say, look, you can use this, that, the other. But unfortunately, yet again, it's the parent. The child spends about 5 hours a day with the parent and then another 5 hours in school. So as a parent, you can control the use of the technology. And you must be firm. You must be clinical. You must be like a nurse or a doctor telling them, this is enough now. It's time for you to, go play and have some fun.
It's easy when they're small, though. When they become big teenagers, it becomes what I call a struggle. Even in the classroom, it's a struggle.
But a teenager is a product of his childhood. Remember, Picasso said you become a product of the environment in which you live.
But as an educator, it's very difficult for you to try and manage that, as well as your own curriculum and it's very difficult.
I think it's you as an educator, you're at a loose end because you're not in total control of the things.
Unfortunately not.
You see, so the authorities that are in control don't have control. They've lost control of education. To such an extent, out of 79 schools, 79 countries, we came 79th in literacy.
How sad is that?
Yeah.
How sad is that?
And this is the first time this happened to South Africa because the extensive use of this technology. Extensive use. I'm emphasizing the extensive and excessive use of technology is not allowing children to go to print media.
I don't know if that can be said in the rural areas. Can that be said in the rural areas?
Well, the rural area is not doing technology. They are still using, the old-fashioned methods of teaching.
Isn't that still good?
It has its pluses.
Mm.
But the rural areas, well, they have the pluses and then they have the minuses as well, because some of the schools are under the trees.
Mm.
They don't have a classroom, so it's a weather permitting school. So the comparison, the dichotomy there, now you must know most schools, like in Natal, you must know the Indian population built about 365 schools in KZN. So they were, very early in the, the indentured laborers came, they started building schools. They didn't bank on the government.
10 out of 10 for that, yeah. I wish more people would do that.
So I think we must be more conscious that we don't bank on the government, we don't bank on authorities. We must learn to, work together and bring some positive kind of thing. If we're going to depend on the authorities, then we're going to be a loser.
No,
You're going to be a loser.
Yeah, it's sad because in the end of the day, I must say, and I'm not quite sure what is the psycho in terms of this, the whole the being of people. How does this lifestyle influence you as a person in terms of your mental strength and so forth?
Well, emotionally, it can affect you, the excessive use of technology. Emotionally, it can affect you. You must remember it also affects social relationships because kids get antisocial now because they can't socialize. They can talk to the iPads and etc. But when face to face with the living people, they can't talk. They can't maintain a conversation. It's a result of this excessive use. So actually, in terms of the children coming to holiday moods and holiday periods, especially the little ones, they should take the devices and keep it away. Give them a break.
The thing is, it's lonely at home, and school is a social platform where learners can interact.
Yes.
When the school isn't there on a weekend, home is lonely.
Yeah.
And your brother irritates you, or your sister irritates you, or breaks your toys if it's a little toddler, whatever. There's no runaway for you from that. So you take your phone and you lock yourself in your room, and that's your escapism.
Yeah, so we make it accessible. We as parents make it accessible. The higher you earn, the more you get to give your children, thinking that this is you placating them, you pleasing them, but you don't see the negative arm that's coming together, So you'll have to control it. You'll have to, go the old-fashioned way, the Jane Austen style, where girls learn knitting and sewing and so on. Now you get a female who doesn't know how to sew a button.
Trust me, I know about that one. They're standing at my door permanently asking me to sew buttons on.
Yeah, because the lifestyle has changed to such an extent that we are now seeing the ill effects of modern technology.
And the fast life of people. And I think also pretty much a lot of women are like single parents. So life is fast, or you come home, mom and dad is working. And so life is not easy. It's not easy for the youngsters when the parents aren't there.
The danger is that excessive use of technology is like excessive use of alcohol. You become an addict.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So the addiction now, it's a new concept. You get addicted to the technology. And this is the consequences now we are seeing, where children are putting on weight, or the poor blood circulation, or low immune systems, they're not digesting food properly, things like that.
So now a child comes to you and they are overweight and parent complains to you. How do you deal with such a situation?
So the point of departure from our perspective is the overweight is stemming from the genetic pattern.
Not lack of exercise.
Yeah, it's not a lack of. That is where the point of departure is. So you go to the point of departure.
Okay.
Now you say you'll find one of the mother or the father is plump, and the child is accepted to be plump. So you have to do some modification program, in terms of when you eat, what to eat, etc. So generally, we emphasize good breakfast, good lunch. Tea time, you'll have some tea, and your last meal, you'll have hardly any food.
Does this not? Is this what is it? The 16-8. Is that something similar to that? Do you know about the 16-8?
No, I'm just talking about the field that I am in now.
Just yours.
What happens here is when you have a heavy supper, you don't have time to utilize the energy of that supper.
Okay. Yes.
So it goes into a storage.
Okay.
And that is how you get weight gain.
Yeah, that's it. So it doesn't.
So lots of people, South Africa especially, the main meal is supper. They marginalize the other meals. Some people go to work without breakfast.
That's me.
Yeah. And then they depend on the meals for the rest of the day. So you come home because the family is at home by the evening, and that becomes the main meal.
Yes, that's me. Yeah.
So that's where the crime is.
That's me.
Yeah.
Guilty. I can actually go a whole day without the food, and then that night, I want to.
So cognitively and physically, emotionally, technology now is impacting heavily because of the excessive use.
But haven't I sort of walked off all my little energy levels and all that, and all my fat and everything off during the day, and then if I eat at night, then that's sort of okay. Not.
It's not. You're not supposed to, because your system is not working at its best. Let's say if you eat about 7, 8 o'clock in the night, you get up 2 o'clock in the morning, and you'll find the food hasn't moved from your stomach because you're lying down horizontally. You paddle to the floor.
Hey, but there's nothing as nice as having a meal and then going and sitting down.
Well, in Ayurvedic medicine, they tell you that you must eat at least an hour.
Oh, really?
You should be upright.
If you've had such a nice meal and you can go for your 40 winks,
Yeah. Now that is where the danger
is. That wrong?
No,
oh,
wrong.
shucks, don't do that. Listeners, don't do that.
Don't do that, because you can get up 2 in the morning and you find you burp and the food hasn't moved.
Oh, dear. Okay. So, and drink. How does water and juices?
Now, you see, the brain is a muscle.
Yes.
And you need to hydrate it as often as you can.
Clean it as well with the water.
And your brain is your blue chip, so everything emanates from there. So if you drink less water, you're going to get a headache. I've got a patient that had a pain in his leg, and he phoned me and he said, "This is what's happening." How much of water you drank? Nothing. So I said, "Okay, drink some water, and you phone me tomorrow this time, and let's see." The pain disappeared.
Yeah.
So one of the benefits of water is it takes away pain. It dilutes your acidity.
Even a simple thing like a migraine, it can take a migraine away in water, as far as I know. Yes, water. Yeah.
Because as soon as your body is, getting dehydrated, then the brain gets a signal. Yes. Remember, your brain is like the dashboard of one of these modern cars where the lights come on. So you need to go to empty your bladder, the light comes on. But you are in a public place and you don't want to use the public toilet. And you sustained it. So what happens to your bladder now? It stretches. Now you're creating the problem.
Yeah.
Right? And then you come home and you don't even you go to a family visitation, you don't want to use their toilet. You come home and use your toilet.
There's a story that says that 90% of women that are in motor vehicle accidents have full bladders, opposed to men, because it's easy for a man to be able to whittle, just next to the road. And it's something to what you're now saying in terms of that. That makes now sense to me.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing is, it's education. You'll find in the black community, bladder problems are not common.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's not as common. Well, if the bladder is full, any place is convenient for them is good. They're not worried about the public place.
Oh, okay.
You see. So they have a different kind of culture, but that saves them.
No, sounds like a G. Okay, we're going to go off for a short break, and then we'll be back just now talking about your book that you have been awarded. Thank you.
There are over 200 million orphans globally. We can't help all of them, but what if we each helped just one? The Al Imdad Foundation now gives you an opportunity to help just one orphan from Syria or Palestine. For just 500 Rand per month, you can help safeguard the dignity of an orphan by assisting them with basic needs such as food, clothing, shelter, medical care, and attention. Our orphan sponsorship program allows you to track the progress of your orphan through regular feedback. Make a difference in the life of an orphan today. Visit alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Own your crown this Women's Day, 9th August with Al-Ansar Foundation. An unforgettable day with the dynamic Apasakura and Tharmia, the multi-talented Rabia Carvalho, the energetic Fahima Asmal, and your favorite Radio Al-Ansar presenters. A crowned event awaits you. Tickets 250 Rand. Call outreach now. Dress up, show up. Own your crown this Women's Day, 9th August with Al-Ansar Foundation.
We'd love to meet you. Pay us a visit. Radio Al-Ansar.
So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're having an extremely exciting talk here with Peter Francis, who actually resides in Limpopo, who's in Durban for a book award. And you are one of the unsung heroes in this now. Please tell us what is happening in this so that we can all be very super proud of you here.
Yeah, you don't apply to be an unsung hero. Somebody identifies you. And the girl that identified me, lady, she was Patricia Michael and staying in the United States at the time when she interviewed me. In other words, I had to feed her the information from South Africa. And she was the nominator.
Yeah.
So presently in Limpopo, I feed 1,000 children.
Sure. On a daily basis or weekly basis?
It's on a monthly basis.
Monthly basis, okay.
So we feed the cancer patients that are terminally ill and that's going to die by the next 10 months.
Sorry.
Then we feed the blind children. And we feed the destitutes in the street. Now, from 1,000 people that we used to feed, we are going to attempt to feed 5,000 people.
Sure.
That is one of the things that we do in Limpopo. We build toilets and, improve school situations and things like that. But the book, The Unsung Heroes, it's about a lot of humanitarian work. I was part of the Red Cross for about 30, 40 years doing voluntary work.
Fantastic.
And then I volunteered to do a lot of other. I set up a peace foundation in the place where I stayed, where we get people from different ethnic backgrounds to come once a year to pray for peace.
Sure.
And it's gone 45 years now. 45, 50 years. They meet annually. And it brings, my kind of motto is there's one planet, one God, and one nation. So we shouldn't differentiate people by their religion or color or race, etc.
Okay.
So this kind of foundation brought people together. So the basic, the book, The Unsung Heroes, they take the people that did a lot of humanitarian work and not recognized.
Mm.
So
And
the
then
book,
they actually gave credit to you guys.
yeah. So they give you a medal in the book and the certificate, etc. And it's splashed in all
So,
the
so you were one here
Yeah.
in Durban, and then were there others that have joined you on this? on
Yes,
this
there are other
specific
people.
pattern?
Yeah, there are other people.
Sure.
You know, that built schools and became principals with the Stand 6 education, and when there was no education looked around and grew up without shoes. You know,
Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah.
So, how many people were with you there on the stage?
The first batch was 20, and then the next batch was about 24 or something. So the whole book has about 40 some odd unsung heroes,
Is this all from South Africa now?
all from South Africa.
And the deeds that they've done.
The deeds are done. So somebody is measuring your deeds.
So, where is this book available on the internet?
I would think so. I'll photograph the sources for you and send it to you.
It's just nice for the listeners to be able to, if they want to read up on this.
It's this is the volume 3 now.
Oh.
So they've done it in volumes, and they're going on to the volume 4 or 5. So in other words, they'll be identifying people that have made very tangible and
Differences,
meaningful
yeah.
contribution to society,
Fantastic.
and we're not recognized.
Yeah.
You see, so that is the
That is so special.
yeah, it is.
Because I do think, many people don't want to be in the limelight.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
like
right.
it myself. I don't like it,
Yeah.
and I don't like it. I do it because I want to do it.
You have a
and
passion
that's
for doing
yeah.
it.
And I will help people
Yeah.
as far as I can, but I don't want to
Yeah.
be, must be no fanfare about
Right,
it.
yeah.
Anyhow, so listen, and then, so you say you got a medal. No 2 million rand check or something involved with that?
No. We don't do it for the money.
No, I'm
The
teasing.
motto is my philosophy is you can make money. There's nothing. It's not a problem.
No, I'm
but
teasing.
it's the problem when money makes you.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's just quite often nice if you get a little
Yeah.
bit of the cash that helps you with your project again, paying it forward.
Yeah, I know.
I love that concept of paying it forward. For me, it's important,
Yeah.
If you pay it forward, and I always say when you help somebody, you say, you pay it forward. Don't pay it back to me. Pay it forward to somebody who needs it.
Well, I've got patients that come to me, and I tell them, look, you know what? Take that money and put it towards the meal. Don't give it to me.
Yeah.
So when we're feeding the 5,000 people, you can contribute to that
Fantastic.
meal.
That's absolutely great.
So it's a win-win situation. You're getting something.
Mm.
The treatments are 600 and so on. Right. So if they get 5 treatments like that, it's 5, 6. That's about 3,000. You can put it in the meals for the children.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Sure.
So it's a give and take thing,
And the next goal for you?
Well, I'm a president of the Rotary Club in Polokwane, and I'm bringing the Red Cross visible in Polokwane because they give blankets and soups and things like it for the rural people. Now that is not visible, and then we will need to create a soup kitchen. And then now I've got a lot of talent. Fortunately, I play 7 instruments and so on. So I'm creating a music group in the blind school and taking them around to raise money.
Fantastic.
For them, so that they feel nice that
Yeah,
they've
they have
contributed.
meaning.
It's a meaningful thing.
So do they play at functions and events and stuff like
Yeah.
that?
So when we bring a lot of visitors from America, or they come here for safaris and so on. So we take these visitors to the blind school to see what we showcase, and we teach them music, and they sing and they play percussion instruments. And they feel nice that they somebody is appreciating the music.
Well, that's I always say if you play music, you can always have some form of income, somewhere along the line.
Yes, well, I take that income. Now I'm planning a massive kind of sing-along and ventriloquy show in Polokwane. I'm taking that money and using it to the blind schools and the cancer, to build a cancer ward, you see. And hopefully, if it's a success, then we bring it around the country.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Shem, thank you so much, Peter, for your time. I know that you're flying out tomorrow, I think you said?
Saturday.
Saturday. So you're still around?
Yeah.
and much appreciated for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's eat healthy. Let's stay off our phones and have a good evening. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Audio stream across the world on radioalansar.co.za.
An informative Islamic global perspective. This is Al Ansar News.
Breaking news this hour, 22nd of July. The news from Durban 90.4 FM, Pietermaritzburg 105.6 FM. Nearly 2 billion rands is needed to address KwaZulu-Natal